coming to prison hour. All right. Look at that. Okay, that's the way you cut off music, right? That's the way you just shut it right off. There's nothing. It's like, hello, folks. There's no fade. Hey, welcome. Cool Crap We Love, episode number 38. Ooh, 38. This is the 38th times you get to see my triple chin. 38 times in a row. It is April 15th, tax day, until the government decided to move it a month later because they were really behind last year and gave out billions and billions of dollars in taxes that they couldn't afford to pay really quickly enough, and they had to pay finance charges. So they decided to make a change. So government is working well. They're behind, just like most of Americans today with the COVID. But we don't talk about politics. Hey, this is great. We have about several people watching right now. And tonight is a special show. And before I bring on our co-host, I have to tell you, interestingly enough, our guest, who is not here yet, I don't know what's going on, but something happened and he's supposed to be here, and they send him the link now, and if he comes in, great. If he doesn't, we'll be talking about who knows what. Anyway, let's move on. I have to tell you my joke of the day. What's worse than ants in your pants? Uncles. All right, let's move on. Let's bring it in. Here he is, my host, Walt McLean Popoli. Oh, he's McLean. All right, there you go. What's up, Walt?
Why do we do that? Why do we all do that? You do that every time just to get the focus in. Yeah, where's I put McLean on there this week because you know how I'm a big Die Hard guy.
Mm-hmm.
And John Amos was in the Die Hard, the second movie. He was Major Grant. So I was ready to go after Major Grant tonight, and I still may. If he decides to come in. If he doesn't, then episode 38 is next week.
Actually, I think we've worked this up once before. There was one missing episode. So we're supposed to do like 40 episodes in a row, right? And out of those 40 episodes, there was one episode that we skipped somehow by accident. We didn't actually do it. We just skipped a number. So if we go back in time, I don't know, if we have any fans of Cool Crap We Love that are really that in depth, but if they were, they'd be able to go back. And I know. There's not anyone.
There's no fans. We're going to hashtag the crap out of this thing tonight.
So there is a missing one that's missing. So maybe we could repeat it that way. But if he does not show up tonight, that'll be super interesting.
This is not the first time. Paul Mercurio didn't show up one time.
That's right, Paul Mercurio. But we just had 9 people watching. Now we have 7. So it's dropping us. We're telling them our guest is not here yet. So that means that if he does not show up, we'll just have fun.
We'll wing it. We're going to wing it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what the amazing part about this is, and I talked to you. This guy showed up, John Amos, who's just a famous actor. He's been in just about everything. A very recognizable face. He showed up on Carlo Bollerio's show. He's not here.
Right. That's right. Well, it's because we're not helping the troops.
No, but Carlo does right. He's on the what is it? The Air Force Network or whatever it is. Armed Force Network.
Like that, yeah. John Galassi.
Yeah, we're just on the
time travel would work. We have to go time travel back. There you go. Dan goes, make a cardboard cutout of puppets of your celebrity guest. Yeah, well, sometimes we should have that.
Thanks, Dan.
I could do that. We could actually do that.
We should have creepy David Merlin come on the show. Is David Merlin out there?
He's always bastard. He's a good guy. Another big magi.
You magicians all stick together. Jimmy Schubert is a big magic guy.
I didn't know
he does magic.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's probably just as good, if not better, than you.
Get out of here. Really?
Yeah, Jimmy's a big guy.
Hey, there's a delay on you when you're coming in and out. I noticed you're not syncing like I wasn't syncing earlier.
We're I think we're all messed up because of I know for me, I got my second Moderna shot today, so I'm on delay.
Tell me about listen, we have plenty of time. So before I get into coming to America, tell me about coming Moderna shot in your arm. How was that all about? What you got the first one? How long ago?
I got the first one on March 18th, and then the second one was today. Because I guess you got to do it 30 days, but I don't know how that came out to 30 days. It seemed a little short to me, but but yeah, I went today. The first time I got it, and I didn't feel it. I didn't feel the needle, and everybody said so now I got it. I put it in my other arm because I don't want the two of them touching each other because I hear a lot of people getting sick from the second shot.
Okay.
So I just decided that I was going to get it. I didn't want this shot. I got it because I could take that card out and just say, I've done everything you've asked me to do. Now leave me alone. Let me go into Home Depot without a mask on. Let me just go into a bar and have a drink. Just leave me alone, man. I don't watch the news anymore. I don't read the newspaper anymore. I don't do any of that stuff.
You're telling me that you just basically rolled over. Is that?
I did. I rolled over.
You rolled over. You're taking.
It was just easier.
Is it? Well, is it really? Because what about obviously this is the mRNA one, right? This is where the shot that changes the actual DNA, I guess. Believe it tricks the DNA and.
Yes. That's the next week's show. I'm coming out that I'm going to have a sex change operation.
Yeah, good. That's the one that's the one's going to get the most views.
No, it's not.
Sure. Oh, yes, it will.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
John
right.
Cimino is the only one going to watch.
We have to kill somebody on the air to get people to actually watch it.
Right? We have to kill somebody. That's crazy, man. But yeah, you didn't get any of the shots.
No, but I had a blood test a week ago. So I had, as you know, I had COVID in March of 2020, right? March 14th to be exact, which was what day was that? That would be St. Patrick's Day, right?
No, that's March 17th is, but nice try.
Okay. Well, I was traveling on the Dateline, so I was 2 days behind because of the Dateline.
Right. Okay. So then you were right. Even then, you're wrong because that's 3 days, not 2.
Well, actually, I was in the UK, 8 hours behind, and then I got on a boat
on the Dateline.
You're right. It was the 17th. What am I thinking? Because today's the 15th. So I was on. It was the 17th of March, St. Patrick's Day, when I came down with it, and I had a blood test last Friday. I believe it was last Friday. As a matter of fact, I had a blood test and the thing up the nose.
The test.
Yeah. So what's it called? It's a name for it though.
COVID test. It's an intrusion of your brain.
Yeah, whatever.
You mean for the COVID? You mean for COVID, right?
Yeah.
I've had like 10 of those already.
Well, I didn't want to do that either. So I was scheduled to do this is going to be a lot of fun. People want to hear this. Fun people. This is lots of fun. I was supposed to get a colonoscopy the next morning. I think I've been telling you. You said we do a show that night. I said, I can't. I got to do a colonoscopy. I'm going to be like, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I had the colonoscopy the next morning, and I got a blood test. So when I got the blood test, my blood test came back and said that I had antibodies still, and that was 1 year and 2 weeks already. That's the beginning of April. It was 1 week, 1 year and 2 weeks. I still have antibodies. So why am I going to go get a shot when I have antibodies? It's going to be negative to begin with. Then, in order to get the colonoscopy, the guy says, I cannot have you come in my office and do this procedure on you unless you get the up the nose swab. So I didn't want to do it. I think it's against my rights. So I didn't want to do it. So but I did it anyway. And then when I went and did it, it wasn't.
So you rolled over. So you rolled over.
Yeah. I didn't roll over. I'm half rolled over. I spread the cheeks. I spread the cheeks, but did not take it.
Just get the shot.
I'm not getting the shot.
Yeah. I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I did it. You know what? Maybe I don't know. Maybe it protects me. Maybe it doesn't. Who knows? Who cares? Who cares? Look, what's Dan saying?
He's saying if we had a vaccine card, we shouldn't have to wear a mask if you have a vaccine card.
That's correct.
Right?
These vaccine cards are nothing more than the Soviet Union going, show us your papers. That's all it is.
That's the way I feel. But when it comes to the vaccine, if it said to me, "Hey, take this shot, and the side effects are you're going to have a big 14-inch manhood," I'd be like, "Okay, go ahead, give me a
Give me
double."
two.
Yeah,
Give me
but that's not the
all three of them. Give me the Johnson Johnson, the Pfizer, and the Moderna.
case.
Give me all of them.
Cocaine.
Give me them.
Leland goes, "What's up?" Leland's the producer of the other show I've done these last couple shows with.
Now,
Mikey
Leland needs to help us. He needs to help us get this show out.
Yeah, they swabbed John Peasy's ass. No, that was you, Mike. That wasn't the people there. No shots.
He goes by the Sausage King.
He's the Sausage King, New York Sausage King. Yeah. Good
now,
guy.
what is that? Does he sell sausage, or is he gay? I mean, what is he?
He actually has a sausage factory. His family for many, many years, and makes actual New York sausage that's distributed around the tri-state, I guess. Well, I know this guy 100 years, and I never tasted his sausage. That sounds really bad, but I never tasted his sausage. Now look at Leland. Leland says, "No shots. Our grandson was vax injured." You see, that's a vaccine injured kid.
He was injured from it?
From a vax. Well, maybe I don't know if it's the same one. Would a vaccine card be called a vac wagon bug? Very fake. I like that. Good job.
He's a vac wagon bug?
Yeah, we have people telling us jokes.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
A joke is a joke. It's your brother.
What did he say?
If John doesn't show up, you can always advertise that Bruce Willis from Die Hard will be your guest next week. He won't show up either.
It's true. That is so true. We could say anybody's coming on.
It doesn't matter. But there's only 20 people watching anyways. What's the difference? I don't care.
Yeah,
look, we were supposed to have this guy, Mr. Amos, is supposed to be on. There's only 20 people here watching anyway. Next week, put down you have Biden here.
No, not Biden. That's no.
Okay.
Because he might actually show.
See, David Haynes. Now, he's a magician. You know Dave.
I know Dave.
We spoke about him on the phone, right?
Dave he's a magician extraordinaire, but he's the filthiest son of a bitch you're ever going to be associated with.
See, I was being kind. I wasn't bringing that up.
I love everything David Haynes sends me as a message.
David Haynes has sent me some nasty stuff too. And I got to say, I love it. I love it. I mean, a lady with 3 breasts or whatever. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Right. I could be there just feeling so bad about myself one day. And then Haynes sends me a message and I look at it. I'm like, well, at least I'm not that person.
Laugh my Walt Sausage King gay comment. Oh, you like? Oh yeah, we see. Okay, more Sausage King comment. Peasy. Walt likes Die Hard. You know who produced the Die Hard? Same guy is Coming to America. That's true. Sausage. Just remember when you went to go to alleviate your bowels before we started the show with our guest John Amos.
Yeah.
So Sausage.
Was it John McTiernan?
No, Sausage and I have a very good friend who's a producer from Hollywood that lives in Long Island. And actually, I was introduced to him from Mike Sausage. And he produced Die Hards, and he produced Coming to America, the first one. So this John Amos, I wanted to bring this up. He's got to know him. His name is Michael Tadros. He's a very famous movie producer. He's got to know Tadros.
Well, if he comes on, you could ask him that.
Well, we're waiting. Now, look, get JJ Walker. Now, let me bring up the J. Can I bring up? Can we bring up the story?
JJ Walker.
All right, Biden will show, but you won't know he's there. Actually, but what will really be funny is that Kamala will be in the background with the script.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Did I tell you I ordered a Biden puppet?
No. Did you?
Yeah, I swear I did. I swear. And the worst part is that I got in so much trouble, as you know, with the Clinton puppet and the 2 Trump puppets I have, but I'm repetitively foolish. Yeah, I got to show you the picture. It looks pretty good. It's a soft puppet, rubber. It looks really good. It's really good. It's got the glasses on, whole thing.
Well, I guess you could bring that out now. All the.
I'm just going to have to take pictures with them, and I'm going to walk through the audience, have them sniff every woman's head. That's what I'm going to do.
That's good until somebody throws a piece of fruit at you.
Like in the past. Yeah, I'm sure. Archie Bunker and George Jefferson, they're both dead.
Who has that?
Rory
Rory
Hearn.
Hearn. Yeah, yeah, they're probably both dead.
Rory's living in 1970 right now. Come on.
Come on,
Rory.
man.
Come on. All right. So you want to tell me your story? First of all, folks, people that are coming in, now we have 40 people here. But
no, we don't.
But I swear to God, I see the numbers. It's coming in. We have 40 people here live in the moment. So we should be kind enough to let them know exactly why we're here looking at talking to each other.
Yes. Well, right. Yeah. John Amos, he has the link to get into this. His manager said he's coming. He is not here. He's California time. So, maybe he'll be on here at 11:15 tonight, for all I know. I mean, he might have the 8:15 mixed up.
And there's no reason for us to sit here and start talking about all the wonderful shows that he was in because he's not here.
He's not here.
He was in Hologram Man. How do you like that?
I didn't see it.
Did you see this movie, Uncut Gems? I heard it was great.
I did not see Uncut Gems. I didn't know he was in it.
I heard it was great.
I don't know.
Heard it was great.
I don't know. Hey, I know he was. Well, he was in Lockup. I wanted to ask him about that because if you remember, what was the big thing about that movie, Lockup?
I don't remember.
It was, if I'm not mistaken, it was filmed in the prison right down by you. Where's the prison down by you?
Rawway?
No. Oh, maybe it was Rawway. Yes, Rawway. That's where it was filmed.
Rawway Prison.
Rawway.
My shampoo smells lovely, just saying. Very funny. Now,
was that Rory?
Yeah, if John Galasso has a talent book, John Amos would have been here right now. That's right, because John Galasso books all our shows. And
yeah, well, why is he not doing this for us? John Galasso.
He would be more than happy to, I guess. I think he would be. He's really good at what he does. This is John's book. Smile, a grin, and laugh.
Oh my God, this show sucks.
It's a good book.
Oh my God. Let's talk about some of the 70s TV shows he was in.
let me bring up this quick story, okay? Because we're already 20 minutes in. We haven't done anything.
This is your Jimmy Walker story.
True. And there's 31 people watching us right now.
9 dropped off.
And no, well, there was 9 dropped off early, but now we have 31 because they probably want to hear this guy's John Amos's story. Listen, you interview me, I will be John Amos.
Okay.
Hey, Walt, how you doing?
Story first.
So Jimmy Walker, I worked with him once or twice. I don't know where it was, but at one point I get a call and they asked me if I can bring him to Parks Casino in Pennsylvania.
I know the story.
Yeah, and I brought him and I flew him in, picked him up at the airport, got him all. Really treated him really so well, very, very well. And there's John Galasso saying, "Thanks, Mike, for the kind words." Okay. Hello, Sonny. I pay John Galasso and sauces. What's your offer? That's why he's not booking my show.
Listen, I can pay John Galasso and sausage also.
Nobody wants a larger cut.
Sorry, you teed him up. I'm gonna hit him.
Yeah, Brajol. So anyway. So I get Jimmy Walker to come in, and I think it was through Roger at the time, and I pick him up at the airport. I bring him to the hotel, and we're talking. I said, "All right, I'll see you. I'll come pick you up at 5:00. We'll go to the casino, and we'll do the show, and blah blah blah." I helped him with all his T-shirts and books and BS he had. All that's okay. So it's all good. Everything's good. So I pick him up at 5. We have plenty of time. I say, "Hey, you want to go to dinner? We'll go to the steakhouse or we'll get something to eat. It's on me." Like, no. Just bring me to the 7-Eleven. I'm like, for what? We go to the 7-Eleven, and he's like eating Twinkies and grape soda and potato chips and like all kinds of. I swear, I'm not kidding. He's telling me I'm easy. I'm no heavy lifting. I'm easy. That's what he's telling me.
That's it.
Andy does. That's my secretary, Kathy.
Well, let me tell you my John Amos story. I didn't tell you this one.
I'm not done, but please go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, I thought you were. Go ahead. I want to hear the rest of it.
It gets worse. It gets so bad.
Go ahead. I didn't hear the rest of it.
Yeah. Well, if Amos comes in, I'm going to cut my story short. So
Yeah.
The bottom line is he buys all this junk. We go to the casino, and he's really concerned about anyone in front of him doing any dirty material because he's super clean and he's a very good actor. He's a great guy. And he goes up and he does his act. And before he goes to that, we're in a green room. It's not really a green room. It's like backstage with a couple of chairs with three steps to get into it and sit in the corner. And we're sitting there and we're talking. And we're talking road stories about comedy. And I'm really enjoying it because he's telling me great road stories about the 70s and the 80s coming up. Sure. I'm telling him about some of the shitty places I work for. The whole thing is great. It's really good. The CEO of the casino comes in to say hello. He wants to meet Jimmy. And I'm sitting there. We're talking in this corner. And the CEO comes in and says, I wanted to meet Jimmy. I said, yeah, sure, come up here. So Jimmy and I talking, and I say, I want to introduce you to the CEO. And he's like, oh, yeah, how you doing? And he goes, and then when I was in Ohio and blah, 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 he just like dissed him.
Blew him off.
Like I said, and when he left, I said, Jimmy, that guy's like, this is the guy's bringing us in. We should And he goes, I'm here to do my act. Yeah, he does it. He goes out. He does it. He does very well. He comes off stage, starts selling all this junk. The next day, I pick him up again at the hotel, bring him to the airport. We're driving there, and we're driving to the airport, and we have an argument about black in America. And he tells me that in America, he liked it better in the 70s because you went in as a black comedian, and they would tell you, hey, they would call you the N-word. And he says, I knew where I stood. I knew where I stood. When the booker from Chicago called me the N-word, I know where I stand. I'm good with that. He goes, today, they do it behind your back when you're walking out. And he goes, and I was like, we're not racist anymore like that. Maybe years ago. That's not like today. Everyone's like, you get somebody's a jerk, but people are not like that. So this goes back, and this thing escalates in my car to the point where it's like, I got to tell you, at the end of the conversation, he convinced me he was right. Is that
right?
Yes. And I said to him, something? I apologize. You're absolutely right. And I thought we were really good friends at that point. So then fast forward, I wanted to go do this show. He didn't return my call. My friend in Vegas, Cliff Lawrence, who's a voice comedian, one of those does impressions.
Yeah.
He's good friends with him. Jimmy comes over his house every couple of days and he can't get rid of him. He's there to forget it. Like, comes over for a couple of coffees, there to breakfast, So he comes over and I said to him, he goes, oh, he's here all the time. I said, do me a favor. He says, we go to lunch every Tuesday I said, do me a favor, ask him if he come on the show. And he goes, yeah, sure. I'll ask him. Sure. No problem. And he said, no. I was like, really? No. I'm like, come on.
Yeah. Roger told me the same thing. I tried to get him through Roger and Jimmy Walker would not come on the show.
Why? What have we done to the guy?
It's obvious. He's intimidated by talent.
Okay, I'll give you that. So
let me tell you my John Amos. Are you done with your story?
Yeah, I'm done. I got 30 people watching this.
My John Amos story is a good one. This is a good one. So I was talking to somebody who knew John Amos, and I was supposed to get him on this show tonight. And I sent messages to his son Casey, and he still didn't show. So we're waiting for him. That's my story.
That's it. Well, I will tell you, if we had John Galasso, who books on my other show, doing this,
he would have called him up.
We'd have his cell number directly right now to make sure this doesn't happen. Thank you. I'm turning down my speakers.
So what do we have to do?
What do we
have to do to get John Galasso to do this?
I don't know. He's there. John, we want a link. Come on. You want to come in and talk to us? Leland, you want to come in? I'll send you all a link right now because, I'm going to share a link in the Facebook Live show. If anybody wants to come in, click it and come in, and we're all good with that. Here it comes.
Yeah.
Here it is. This is the link to come in to this show live.
This will be something different for us.
Yeah.
Please, this is like Daniel. As long as it's not Daniel.
Daniel from California, yeah.
No, from Montreal, Canada.
That's right, up in Canada. Remember that guy? Where is he lately? That guy was everywhere. Now he's nowhere. What's going on with that guy?
He must have jumped off his urinal.
That was hilarious with that guy with the urinal.
That's a good story too. But
the only guy with a urinal in his home we've ever met anywhere in the world. He has a urinal in his home. I don't think
before we started doing the show, me and John, we used to just go online and mess around and play around for hours. I mean, literally 5 hours on, and Daniel used to come in all the time. Is that who's that?
It's David.
David who?
I don't know. Hello, David.
Hi, David.
Oh, we got no audio on you, Dave. Dave, I hear nothing. All we see is you miming, no voice.
Maybe he's a mute.
No, he's not. When he came in, he didn't okay his. Come back out and come in. You got to fix your audio. When you first come in, you have to say okay to audio. But at least we had somebody.
Is that David Merlin, right? Is that Merlin?
No, it's not Merlin. No, definitely not. Definitely not.
So anyway, we were going through. We had this guy Daniel. What was his name? Daniel what?
I don't know.
Martin?
Oh, Daniel in Canada?
Yeah. Well, whatever his
know.
name was, Daniel. So he started talking about his place, and we were like, "Show us your place, where you live." And then he took his phone, and he was walking around with his phone, and he was showing us his bedroom, and he was showing us his living room, and in his living room, on the wall, there was a urinal like there is at TGI Fridays. There was a urinal there on the wall that he uses. That was his bathroom.
Yeah, and when have we ever seen that before? Nowhere. Nowhere,
so
Fred.
I don't know. I guess I never lived in Canada, so maybe that's a thing.
No, it's not a thing. The guy is like one of a kind. That guy, he's totally one of a kind. So now, what's going to happen with John Amos? Now, is John going to actually, like tomorrow, call and say, "Hey guys, I messed up. I had a stroke."
I don't know.
I'm
going to find out about it because this guy Paul, who's his manager, I guess, he swore that this was going to. This will make him come in. Watch this. Rory just said Beetlejuice. So here we go. Beetlejuice, and there's John. There's John Amos. Did he come in?
No, I got David. This guy David came back. Let's bring David in.
All right, bring David in.
All right, David. Hello, welcome.
Now or no?
Beetlejuice.
There you go.
There's John. There's John Amos.
Except we got a delay now.
Did he come in?
No, I got David. This guy David. You got to lower your speakers, I guess, because we're on a delay. Yeah.
There you go. There's John. There's John Amos. You know what this sounds like? This sounds like Mission Control in NASA.
I'm gonna mute him. I think I don't. Oh, there we go. He's fixed. He shut something down. Yeah, because he's watching it on Facebook Live, which has got a delay that goes out from here to the live feed.
Yeah, now you can hear me.
Now you're good, Dave.
Better,
good.
David. What is the blue above your head?
It's the sky.
It's not an aura.
Just a picture.
John, you
David,
Nassau lawyers all the time.
What lawyers?
Nassau lawyers used to do the Nassau Lawyers Comedy Night all the time.
Oh, the Nassau County Lawyers Association.
Yeah.
I just did something online for a bunch of people like that a couple weeks ago.
Because I used to come to the Carlton. Remember in Garden City?
That's right. I do remember. Yeah, we used to do shows for you guys. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you tell us how much you charge? Because Stern the other day, somebody came on and told him what I charged on the air. That was such a nice thing to tell people what my fee is on the air. Are you there, Walt? You frozen?
What do I charge? They made me a judge a week and a half ago. I don't charge anything anymore.
Are you still a lawyer?
I got sworn in as a judge a week and a half ago.
Oh, that's good, man. Congratulations.
So he's our first judge.
There you go. First judge. What town is it that you're in?
I'm in Hempstead, Long Island.
Oh, get out of here. I'm doing a show on Saturday, 2:30 in Hempstead, Long Island.
Where?
I'll tell you where. It's on my schedule. Let's take a look and see.
Oh, my God. This is turning into a PZ infomercial.
Saturday at 2:30, I am at a place. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't open up my calendar. Saturday at 2:30, I am at a place.
David, watch what you say.
Hempstead.
Well, by the way,
David, watch what you say. You'll be impeached.
If I get a ticket in this town, I'll be good now. I'm gonna be like, all right, I got a speeding ticket.
Are you a traffic judge?
No, just regular
criminal
court misdemeanors.
I'm at the Heritage Club of Bethpage.
Is that the golf course?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, I know it. It's beautiful. That's where they played the U.S. Open.
Is it really? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever been there before.
Bring your sticks.
Neither, David.
Now, how does it feel to be a judge? That must be great.
Really freaking weird.
Is it really?
30 years.
From a lawyer to a judge, like what's the transition like?
Today, you know.
Yeah, but all he had to do was win an election, right? That's all you had to do.
The election's in November. I'm an interim appointment.
So how did you become a judge not winning an election?
Someone moved up, so they appointed me.
So you got to run in November.
I can run in November.
Let me ask you this, November. There's a guy that became a judge too in Long Island that we've booked a lot of stuff. My secretary just texted this in and said too, are you a friend of Goldstein?
This show sucks. I cannot believe what this is.
There's another guy that's
John Amos. You suck, John Amos. Oh my God! At least put a picture of John Amos up.
I could do it if you like. I really can if you like. Here you go.
There you go. There's a picture of John Amos. Hey, John, how you doing? That's Eddie Murphy.
That's Eddie Murphy.
Oh, that's it. That's a movie. That was the movie that he was in. The second one. Let's see. Here you go. Now there he is in the background.
You has 700 pictures of him. You can't pick one of just him.
I'm looking. I got 100 pictures of him here.
Just get a picture of Florida.
There you go. I don't know where he is. Whatever. Oh
no, Florida was his wife in Good Times.
I know that was. Yes, so get a picture of Florida.
Oh, John didn't know that.
I don't know that. I'm not
now,
privy.
David, do you watch this all the time, or is this just like a one time? Did you watch this because of John Amos?
I watched a bunch. Oh, I'm a big John Amos fan. Who isn't though? He's famous. He's famous Amos. But
yeah.
No, I catch it. I'm usually not on the computer now, but I turned on Facebook and I've been following John, Facebook friends with John forever.
So glad I didn't delete David.
Pictures with some very, very famous comedians. You, Freddie Roman. Who is the Hello There guy? Whose name eludes me right now.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there. Hello there.
You know what I'm talking about.
He's got me on
I
that
don't know
one
who
too.
that is. 1,000 years old. What's his name?
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Getting old.
Yeah, I know. All I know is and I don't want anyone judging me at this. You can't remember things right now. If I get in front of that court, I'll be like,
I love your jokes, but I can't tell them anymore.
You can't what?
I love your jokes, but I can't tell any of them anymore.
Because of the political correctness and the cancel culture?
They're a little filthy. Yeah, that too.
Well, we could do clean jokes too. You know, we could still do clean ones. It doesn't have to all be dirty.
But you tell some of the best dirty jokes I've ever heard.
I love dirty jokes, but I know plenty of clean jokes too. And I look, I've been doing a lot. I do a lot of Zoom shows, corporate Zoom shows, clean. And, you know, whenever you do that, they ask you, listen, it's got to be, you know, family oriented or whatever. All right. So you give them what works, you know, it's so
Someone
good.
asked me for a good Jewish joke. So
I love a good Jewish joke.
I said, two Gentiles are walking down the street. They look at each other and say, how's business? The guy says, great. And he keeps walking.
One of my favorite Jewish jokes, there's somebody else coming in. One of my favorite Jewish jokes. I have a lot of favorite Jewish jokes. There's two people coming in. Okay, there's John Galasso too. Look at this. All right. Hang on, John. I'm going to tell you one of my favorite.
I had to try to figure out how to get on.
This is becoming like four people. What are you wearing?
Galasso too. Look at this. All right.
Hang on.
I'm going to tell you one of my favorites. I had to try to figure out how to get on.
Galasso, you got to lower your volume on your computer.
Like four people coming. What are you wearing? Galasso too. Look at this. Hello, gentlemen.
I just muted you, John, because you're feeding back to us. You have to lower your
volume.
volume.
Looks like a guy who is about to be killed in Goodfellas.
Oh, by the way, Marty Allen was the guy.
Marty Allen.
Marty Allen. Burns and Allen.
What's cool is that
on a cruise ship. Great guy.
You know, John Galasso, do you have a headset? Because you're feeding back the volume that's delayed to us. I just muted John because he's coming back to us. He doesn't know it. So, David.
Listen, what we're going to do here with this episode, John, is anybody who wants to keep this as a rare episode, tape it now because we're deleting this after.
Allen and Rossi, somebody said.
Allen and Rossi. Marty Allen and right.
Okay.
Allen and Rossi. Those were two. I thought it was Burns and Allen. No, that's George Burns. That was Rossi.
Let me unmute John and see if we get this. Okay, John, are you good now?
Those are two. But I thought it was Burns.
No, I can't. See, so when John's listening to us on Facebook Live, which is delayed, so it shoots over to him, and then he listens to it there, and it comes back to us from behind.
Well, tell him he won concert tickets like he called the radio station.
It works for me. You won.
Turn your radio down.
Look at this. Somebody said John Galasso looks like a porn star.
He does. He does with that mustache.
And you know something, when you think of a porn star, what's that music that goes with it?
You know, John looks like a French porn star. You should have a handlebar mustache.
Oh, God, it's terrible. What a disaster. All right, I'm going to go back to my favorite Jewish joke because I got nothing here. I got nothing. By the way, he's not coming in at this point.
John, I just said it's 42. I mean, what are we going to do at this point? This is really cool. This is not even cool crap. This is just crap tonight.
What's nice is David just said that he does watch the show, which is interesting.
I've watched it plenty of times.
Yeah,
very nice.
When he did
this is number 38.
Back of the magazine, the comic book.
Well, first of all, I'm happy that you're here for the last show.
My God.
Let me unmute John and see what happens. Here we go.
Look at that.
Shirt.
First of all, I'm happy that you're here for the.
No, he's still got it going back. I had to keep John muted. I'm sorry to say.
Look at me. Look at me next to John. I thought my forehead was big.
Somebody just said he looks like a 50s porn star, naked but wearing socks and shoes.
Those sunglasses are
something. By the way, John is a booker for talent, not for tonight, though. And he's made a wonderful book.
That's obvious.
A smile, a grin, that's life.
That's it. Is that how we got to the children?
Hey, by the way, what are you drinking? Snapple? That's our new sponsor.
Snapple Apple.
New sponsor.
So, yeah, Snapple. Right. The CEO of Snapple was supposed to come on tonight. He's not here either. John Amos. John Amos. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna have to start hating you now.
Well, let's go back to the jokes. John Hunter, Sausage King, brown shoes. Okay, there you go. So, John, there's one other guy here that came in named John Blonde, but he doesn't have video. Let's see if we bring him in here. Let's see what happens. John Blonde, you there?
That's a porn name.
That's one.
That's not a porn name.
Who's John Blonde? Who are you?
I'm John Blonde. My camera's not working right, so I turned it off.
Okay, he's clearly not the guest. That was, I can tell you. Is it the different accent?
You know what? We should have said he was John Amos and his camera wasn't working.
Yeah, I'll be John Amos.
Well,
hey,
I think
okay. So, John, what was it like being in the movie Roots? And go easy.
Oh, it was fantabulous.
All right, there goes our YouTube channel too, as well. So you may just wipe them all gone now.
You know what I remember about, and since we have to talk about John Amos real quick. Remember the movie Roots, and John Amos played the part. He tried to escape, and they cut his foot off.
Yes, they cut off his foot. That was
that's what I remember John Amos for in that movie.
He grew back by the time he did the next movie.
Apparently.
That's true. It did. He grew back for good times.
Now, I want to see if I can unmute John one more time. All right, John, let's see if he fixes his volume or not.
He wrote right-click the tab you're using.
Hear his wife talking about right-clicking. That's not good.
Uppercut device.
One more time. All right, John, let's see if he fixes it. I'm hearing myself back to John. I'm going to have to call John after the show and explain to him what has to be done. Colossal. Then again, he's a porn star. He should know. Anyway.
By the way, next week's show, we're having John Amos on.
I'm still waiting for the Jewish joke.
The Jewish joke.
Go ahead.
Clean one, right? Clean one?
Do a semi-clean one.
Semi-clean one.
Hey, at this point, this show sucks. It don't matter. Just do whatever you want.
There's a rabbi. He's dressed to the nines. the black hat, the long satin jacket, the white socks, the silk shoes, the whole thing. He's flying into the UK. He lands into the UK. He has to get checked into the hotel and run over to the temple for Shabbat. He has to be there before it's sundown. Now it's 4:00. He flies in. He goes to the hotel. He's standing on the line of the hotel. There's a beautiful, beautiful waitress of the skies from the plane standing right there with the blue with the hat on, blonde hair, blue eyes. And she checks in, turns around and looks at him and goes, "Oh my God." She goes, "Hello." And he goes, "Hello." She says, "I have a confession to make." And he goes, "What is it?" She goes, "Well, I always wanted to sleep with her Orthodox rabbi." He goes, "Continue." She says, "I want to take off that big hat, run my fingers through that little white beard. I want to massage your back and take off that silk jacket and slowly pull down those little white socks you have on. Get all your clothes off. Start massaging your hairy back from top to." She goes, "Look, I just checked in. I'm in room 224. Why don't you come up when you check in and come upstairs?" And he says, "So what's in it for me?" I love that joke.
See, I didn't think that. I was going with that the lady was his name was Harry, and he was on his way to a Halloween party.
Ah, okay.
That's where I thought you were going.
There's a classic joke like that too. There's another classic joke like
Yeah.
It's a funny Yiddish joke. Funny Yiddish. This, if Jewish people only get this, I don't think anybody would get it. But it's like, so there's a Jewish lady running around in Jewish, like Borough Park, Brooklyn. She runs over to a guy with a watch, and she says, "Do you know?" She goes, "Excuse me, do you speak Yiddish?" He goes, "No." She runs to another guy. "Do you speak Yiddish?" He goes, "No." Another guy, "Excuse me, do you speak Yiddish?" He goes, "Yes." She goes, "Great. What time is it?" Now, if you like the mountains, you like that joke. That's the old sticky mountain stuff. All right.
Up at the Borscht Belt.
Look what we have here. Oh, that's
Who's that?
Oh, she's off. That was John's wife.
It's not the
For a
flubber?
minute,
No,
I thought we
that
had
was
Alice Cooper.
That was the Illuminati looking in on us, wanting to know why we're talking to a judge.
Right. Wow. I thought that was Alice Cooper.
Let me get John. Let's see if John works now. You ready, Johnny? I'm going to take you off of mute. Let's see what happens.
Wanting to know why we're talking to a judge.
No, he's still feeding that back.
He's listening. He's listening to it. The old show. I mean, the show going live.
Right. Well, what did you do, David, to prevent that?
I'm no longer live.
He just doesn't watch the show. John's watching the show as he's on the show.
That's
you can't
right.
do both.
You have to pause the show that you're watching and just sit there live and look at us, John. Or just
I gotta
close.
be honest, right? He looks like Grandpa Munster right now.
Now he's like, well, but he has this great book.
John, listen, how is John the greatest producer there is out there, and he doesn't even know how to get onto a show?
You're absolutely right. Sausage is just telling him he's going to fix his computer. All right. John Galasso needs a computer. Okay. So, John, here's what you do, because the show's going to be ending soon. We have to get you squared up here.
Thanks. Thanks for bringing out your Commodore 286.
See, that's the cool crap that we haven't spoke about. We spoke about Commodore 286s? No, right?
No, Commodore 286 from Crazy Eddie. That was my first computer with a floppy disk. I had Wheel of Fortune on a floppy disk.
You know what's so funny is that we have like tons of people watching us, and we have nothing to
nothing. This is how. By the way, this is how this show was discovered. What we're doing right now.
Viral.
All right, so John Galasso dropped out.
He dropped out.
But John Blonde is still here.
John Blonde is still here.
John Blonde, where do you live?
Florida.
Florida, all right. And how'd you find us?
Oh gosh, I've been following John for, I don't know, since he started his Facebook account. Whenever that was.
All these people.
Is that what I'm led to believe?
Say again?
No one follows you, just busy.
Yes.
No one follows you.
Nobody follows me, you scumbag judge.
Let me tell you, once I think Walt, once they start seeing your rants on your Facebook page, they may not follow you.
Well, Rory Hearn follows me, and my brother follows me. Barely.
2 people.
Yeah, I'm not stupid. I hook up. I hook my cart to this horse.
Yeah, that's right. This is one horse that's been out in the glue factory.
Yeah.
I'm already done here.
Because
I'm
without him, we wouldn't have 19 viewers.
We have 24 right now. We were up to 31. I think,
Dude, we have 20.
we got to do this more often, Walt. What we should do is advertise the greatest names every week, and have none of them show up, and blame it on them.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? That'll be great every week.
That's what we could turn this show into. We could turn it into just the most famous people that don't show up.
No, we call it cool crap we like to have on.
Yes. We have dudes like John Blonde over there making believe he's the person with no video.
John, yeah, he's making believe. We know he's got video. Everyone in Florida has video. Come on. John, what do you do in Florida, John?
A little bit of everything. Stand up. Pretty much retired now.
Cool. How's the everything in Florida is open, right? So you're able to go work a club and do whatever you want over there. No masks, everything's cool.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm staying away because my wife's got a compromised immune system, but the rest of them are wide open and going like there's nothing going on.
Hey, and it's a lot of people moving from New York to Florida.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's gonna be me soon. Hey, John, where do you live in Florida? It's a big state.
Right on Flagler Beach. It's between St. Augustine and Daytona Beach, right in the middle.
I'm not familiar
So
with
you're
that.
on the East Coast over there.
Yes.
All right, cool. And is there any clubs over there that you play at?
Not too many in Florida. Mostly I'll go up. I travel a lot, so I'll go up do Laughing Buddha, or used to do Dangerfields a lot. I like to get up to North Carolina, Myrtle Beach. There's a couple clubs there I like to do. Traveling around mostly when I do the clubs. I did a lot out west, out in Portland, Seattle, California. A lot of clubs there. I followed John quite a few times. He would either be there the week before or a couple days before I'd get there.
Yeah, I used to work. I'm not working a lot of clubs as much. I worked a lot of those senior development theaters in Florida, like in Fort Lauderdale and Miami, and I did a couple of theaters. Was it last year? It was 2019. I did 6 Saturdays in a row in Florida. I flew in every Saturday morning for 6 weeks, did a gig, and flew home Sunday so I could do a private party. 6 weeks in a row, and I remember it was like, and now they're asking to come back for 2022 because it's like, it seems like you get through this group of things that you do, and then all of a sudden they don't use it for a couple of years, then you come back again, kind of thing. They were really impressive theaters, though, beautiful theaters. And the seniors that were there, not that old. The crowd is younger now.
Yeah, you were. It was right before COVID. You were at. I call it a conference center, but it was for what was the name of the company? It was a company gig you'd done there, and they couldn't stop talking about you.
I don't remember
how well you done.
Sometimes when I get those gigs at the theaters, they would actually pick up an extra gig for something else. Like one of those things.
You know what I'm thinking, John? I'm thinking next week you should be the guest. Yeah, everybody. Hey, cool crap. Guest is going to be John Peasy. We're going to discuss his career.
There you go. Well, let's talk about what you're doing right now.
You shouldn't show up.
Yeah, he does show up. He does
Thank
show up. At least
Thank
he
you,
comes.
David.
Thank you, David. It's always a lawyer in the bunch.
Yeah. Speaking of
At
lawyers,
least my client shows up.
I feel bad. What's going to happen with this guy who didn't show up? Now, does he give us an apology? Maybe he'll come on and like do a 2-hour interview, or I don't know.
Well, I got a message from his manager that his manager is pissed off that he didn't make this appearance, and he'll make it up.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Manager gets 10%.
So what we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, and I'm sorry about this, David, and I'm sorry about this, Johnny Blondie, is we're probably gonna delete this, change the date on that promo, and start this all over again next week.
I wouldn't delete it. Why delete it?
Don't delete nothing.
Nah, I'm not gonna delete it. It's all good. It's all good. I mean,
Yeah, people have fun with this.
why not? You've got a couple of jokes in there. We'll tell more
David-
jokes all night here.
David, did you get your shot, your COVID shot or no?
Yeah.
You got both of them.
Yeah.
What'd you get, Pfizer or Moderna?
Pfizer.
Okay, so you don't feel anything? I got the Moderna second one today.
What is it all?
Johnson & Johnson is blood clotting people, so don't get that one. Anybody's out there.
You're only going to get a blood clot if you're a woman between the ages of 18 and 48.
Is that right?
So far, that's 6 out of 7 million.
Well, apparently all the pedophiles have nothing to worry about.
It's very easy for somebody to say that's not showing their face.
Hey, Judge, you actually believe in the shot? You think it's a good thing? You're good with it? You don't have any fears or anything? You're all good?
Yeah.
Okay. And let me ask you a question.
Is
Because this happens a lot of venues are afraid, like people call up and say, hey, can you do a gig here? And they say, yeah. And they go, well, maybe we want you to come and do 3 gigs because we want to have like 40 people a show or something, keep them separated. They're all afraid they're going to get sued for actually causing COVID to a crowd, which is kind of insane. But how could you ever prove it that happened there? But yeah, what's the deal with that? Like, how do you protect people against venues getting sued?
Don't sign a waiver.
That's it. Safe, harmless.
Back of the ticket, like the baseball ticket, pretty much says anything that happens at the baseball game, no liability.
Yeah, but now they're saying that instead they want to do passports.
If they're not worried, get a waiver. Buying this ticket, you agree that blah blah blah, and you agree that you got you whatever.
Somebody wrote in the comments. There you go. Next week you will have former Judge David.
That's our guest. We'll be sitting on the beach.
He'll be going on the road with John Blonde.
I'm trying I can tell which won't get me in trouble.
No,
just do me a favor. Have John Galasso book it, but don't come on the show.
You know what's so funny is that it's such an eclectic group of people. If you think about it, you got a ventriloquist, you got a guy, you book a theater, he's a judge, the other guy's a comic out of Florida with an immune system deficiency. I mean, look at
not him, his wife.
Oh, his wife. Okay. I don't know. The whole thing is just so silly. It's so silly.
He's actually got the best sound out of all of us, and we can't even see him.
That's the truth. That's because all the data packets are going to audio only. That's why.
Yeah, Johnny Blondie, what are you using over there? Your phone or using your computer?
Cell phone.
Yeah, it sounds like he's right here.
What kind of cell phone is it?
K51.
What is that made by Mattel? What is that?
I have no idea. My daughter picked it out.
What the hell's a K51 phone? I never heard of it. I'm Googling it.
Does your wife do everything for you?
That was my daughter.
Oh, it's an LG.
LG.
A K51?
LG. You want to see it? I could show you. I think you want to see his wife, or would you like to see the actual phone? Which one would you like to see? I have them both right up on the screen right now.
Well, I want to see his wife, obviously.
No, you don't. That's the phone.
That's really fruity.
Its daughter gave it to him. Leave him alone.
It's a K51. I mean, what service?
It has a long string. Very long.
Yeah, but isn't that what are you, Verizon, AT&T?
Oh no, the T-Mobile.
T-Mobile. See, I think T-Mobile's taken over.
No,
yeah, I think they took over. They merged with Sprint, and they have more 5G that's giving us brain cancer than the other phones.
It's not 5G. We're all going to the 5G now. That's the next thing. The 5G.
The 5G. I saw something the other day, Johnny, that where all the 5G towers are, that's where the most COVID deaths are.
Yeah.
Put it together, make a meme and put it on Telegram.
You know, I wonder. Poor John Galasso disappeared. I hope he didn't get all pissed off. We called him a porn star. He cut off. He cut out, and I'm like thinking he's probably over there. You know, wants to kill himself now, hang himself.
And that was it. And he's married to the Illuminati.
Apparently, yeah, apparently. So, you know, well, look, I don't know what's going to happen with this happened to us twice out of 30 out of 40 shows. This happened twice.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, listen, we don't have a producer. We just do this off the cuff. We do it ourselves. So if it happens, it happens. And John is a pretty famous guy. So, you know, maybe he got his mixed up or whatever. But his manager sent me a message saying he's very sorry and he's angry about it. So he'll get it done. So maybe it'll be next week.
Well, I will say, no matter what happened, maybe after he watches this, he'll say, I'm glad I didn't do it. But I will say that no matter what happens, we still have fun. And, you know, I do appreciate John coming in, and I do appreciate you, David, coming in, because it's nice to have some extra people just come in and, you know, just goof around.
Usually, if I'm in the front row, I usually get razzed by the comedian.
Well, when I'm leaving you alone tonight, I'm not going to make any mention to that double tone haircut you got or the cheap T-shirt. But we're not.
It's just a white. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Okay. No, but now that you're a judge, you're wearing black and white. You got to be a penguin all the time, right?
No, I wear a robe, but I style.
By the way, you know, somebody told me that judges wear black. Well, I'm not. This is not funny. I'm being serious. They said they wear black robes, and the thing that represents the black robe and the whole outfit represents Saturn. Yeah, I was told that Saturn is a controlling force, and everything that it controls is an Earth. And being a judge, you're controlling whether people go to bad, right, or wrong. You're making judgment. You know,
crap out of me.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Sounds like a true animal.
Silly him. He just wears nothing under it.
Well, I always wonder what they're doing underneath those robes.
You don't want to know.
Well, thank you, David, for coming in. And hey, Johnny Blondie, thanks for coming in too, man. And John Galasso as well.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to give him a call when we get out of here. Hey, just to end this off on a positive note, which is never good for 2021. Schwartz says to his rabbi, his wife, he says, Rabbi, I think my wife is poisoning me. And the rabbi says, let me talk to her. I'll call you later. A week goes by. He calls Schwartz. He goes, Rabbi, did you talk to my wife? He goes, talk to me, your wife. I spoke to her for 4 hours. He goes, well, you got any advice? He goes, yeah, take the poison.
Poison.
Classic Jewish.
There you go.
Classic Jewish.
It's not as good as Rabbi, I think my wife is dead. Why do you think so?
You know them all.
The dishes are piling up.
It's a great joke. Great joke.
It's one of the great jokes of all time.
I love the Jewish humor. It's always like 1-2 punchy kind of. You know, Walt, I don't know if I told you this one before I leave. This is pretty funny. There's an ad for Olympic swimmers, right? Ad for Olympic swimmers. The bell rings. He wants the best Olympic swimmer to come in and be trained to be the next great swimmer and be in the Olympics. Bell rings. Guy's there with no arms. And he says, can I help you? He goes, I'm here to apply for the job. He goes, you got no arms. He goes, trust me, throw me in the water. He throws him in the water. He goes back and forth across the pool. Back and forth. Jumps out. He goes, you got the job. But the bell rings. He goes to the front door with the pool and he says, can I help you? There's a guy there. He's got no arms and no legs. He goes, can I help you? He goes, I'm here to apply for the job as a swimmer. He goes, says, trust me. Let me jump in the pool. He hops over and jumps in the pool. Goes faster than the guy with no arms. He goes, you got the job. Bell rings again. Walks over the door. He opens it up. There's a pillow on the floor. It's just a head looking up at him. He goes, can I help you? He goes, I want to apply for the job. He goes, you have no body. He goes, trust me. Pick me up and throw me in the pool. Picks him up. Throws the guy into the pool, the head in the pool. The head goes all the way to the bottom, and you hear the guy going like that. The coach is nervous. He jumps in the pool, grabs out the head, puts him up on top, and he says, are you okay? And then the guy head says, damn, what a time to get a fucking cramp.
All right. I didn't see. I was trying to figure out what was going on.
Is that John Blonde? No, it's not John Blonde.
It is John Blonde.
He's not blonde.
Actually, you know who that is? That's our guest. All right, there he is.
Is that Wolfman Jack?
Well, thank you, David. I wish you lots of luck and health, and congratulations on your new job. And thank you, John Blonde. Thanks for coming in and saying hi. And Walt, we'll be back here next week with less of a crowd.
Yeah, and maybe John Amos. Who knows?
We'll see what happens. All right. It was too much fun.
Thanks, fellas.
See you later. Hour later. Bye.
Ciao.
And next week's guest, Donald Trump. Yeah, he'll be here. Trust me. I know he's going to be here. I spoke to him. He'll be good.